Welcome to Rebel Wolf Healing. My name is Elizabeth, and tonight I'm going to do a reading for Gemini. Originally, I was going to do a reading for Taurus. I was like in meditation mode, but Gemini kept on pushing their energy really heavy. I know we have a full moon in Gemini coming up tomorrow. No, in 2 days. So maybe that's why that push. This could be a Gemini Taurus connection. There's something because I was going to read for Taurus and Gemini just like stepped in the room, and what I felt in that energy, it's all about expressing love and communication. So let's see what's going on with my beautiful Geminis. Let's see what's going on. Again, thank you so much for your likes, your comments, your subscriptions, your donations. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. But let's see what's going on with Gemini. Spirit, what does my Gemini need to know at this moment? What does my Gemini need to know? There's a divine feminine. Either you're stepping in your divine feminine energy or you have a divine feminine around you. You can be intuitive and all-knowing and connected with Source. You see. Gemini, you're seeing. Maybe that's... Let's see what else. Spirit, what else does my Gemini need to know? You ain't playing around, that's one thing. Yeah, you're not dealing with the facade. You are real. And you're looking for a real union. Integration of a soul. There could be a masculine energy here that wears a mask. You notice. Look at it. He doesn't even... Someone does not know themselves. This could be a divine feminine dealing with a not so divine masculine. But before we throw shade, let's look into this energy before shade is thrown. Because there's something going on here. Gemini, you could have been dealing with a masculine who does not show his true intentions, feelings. But there's a union here. Maybe you're igniting a divine masculine or helping someone step into divine masculinity, where he understands his role. Spirit, tell me about this divine feminine energy. What's going on here? Because you've done the work. You've been in hermit mode. You don't want to be in hermit mode anymore. You've done the inner work. You've done the growth. You've gone through transformation. You know how to light the way. You know. You're in touch with Source and Spirit. You're getting those downloads. You're hearing your angel message. You're paying attention to synchronicities and angel numbers. The Gemini I'm speaking to right now is very much in tune with their soul and their spirit. Spirit, tell me more. Tell me more. There's a new beginning for you. A prosperous new beginning that has a lot of stability, a lot of security and safety. Gemini, you have not felt secure with a lot of people. And the reason you didn't feel secure with people, it's a facade. A lot of people showed you their representative. Like, they gave you a representative, not their true, authentic self. So that's in the middle. And I'm feeling like this heart chakra, like you're not playing around. You know who you are. You know what you want. You know a new beginning is for you. You know there's stability and there's security and there's a union, but you're not going to deal with someone who doesn't know how to look at them own self in the mirror. If you can't look at yourself in the mirror and have self-awareness and like call yourself out, I'm the first one to call myself out on my BS. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, that was so toxic, Elizabeth. Like you were super toxic. call myself out. And I'll fix it. I'll repair it. A lot of times when someone is wearing a facade, they fear vulnerability. They fear emotions. That's why I feel like you're dealing with a masculine who's like not in tune with their emotions. Spirit, tell me about this facade. Tell me. Thank you, Spirit. The star energy. So we have Aqua. Aqua showed up. The star energy is all about hope, healing, and wishes being granted. Someone sees you as a star. This, I don't know if it's masculine or feminine because we can switch roles. Like, don't put like a tie to anything. Someone sees you as one that is very inspirational, that is very loving, that knows how to fill their own cup. You take care, you know your divinity, you know your strength, you know your purpose, you know your wishes are going to come true, regardless of what happens in your life. You know the hardships, the pain, because a person only goes into hermit mode when they've dealt with life ripping you apart. And I mean ripping you apart. You are down on your knees. No one goes into the cave without being like down on your knees. You've gone through growth. This person could be, oh, they're afraid of your growth. They're afraid of your ability to shine even though you're surrounded by darkness. You could still be in the trenches and you're still like optimistic and positive and I trust God. I know I'm good no matter what. Spirit, tell me more about this energy. This could be a Gemini Aquarius relationship. Even though I'm feeling Taurus, yeah. Bro, they see you as ultimate fulfillment and happiness. This person is so afraid of their feelings. So afraid. They're so afraid of vulnerability. They're so afraid of feelings. This is someone who's struggling with knowing thyself. Spirit, why are they struggling? Why are they struggling? We got a King of Pentacles in reverse. They don't feel stable. They don't feel like a nurturer, a provider, a protector. It's almost like they're lacking resources to give to you. Spirit, what are the resources that they're lacking? Maybe emotions. Maybe emotions. They're lacking that ability to look at oneself. Judgment is all about being naked and bare and just open. This person is unwilling to be vulnerable and open. That's their fear. Their fear is, it's like they're drawn to you because you're so open and in tune with your star player. You don't have to wear a facade. You're just authentic, rough, raw, beautiful. They can't deal with it because they're not that. There could be someone in your energy who's actually jealous of your glow, jealous of your shine, jealous of your authenticity. The fact that you're like, this is me, raw, take it or leave it. They can't face truth. Spirit, why can't this person face truth? Why? Oh, damn. Damn. They got too much pain, man. Eight of Swords, they're in a self-imposed prison. This person lacks courage. They've been hurt and they're protecting themselves a lot. This person, if I can help you, Gem, understand this person has been like really hurt. So they're operating based on trauma. So they have these walls. They're not letting anyone in. They don't trust themselves. And they don't trust themselves because they don't know themselves. We've all been there. I've been there. The times that I didn't really know myself is when things got really hairy in my life. But the more I knew myself, I made better choices. But not knowing myself led me down like really slippery, believing in others, like what people said to me, I believed, mean words. This person has trauma. There is, they're not malicious. This person is not malicious. They're actually traumatized. I feel like I'm speaking to someone. This person has CPTSD. Spirit, tell me more. This person is afraid. And you can't hate someone for being afraid because they've been through, they've been through so much, man. Man, this person has been through hell. They don't feel stability and security and safety. They don't have an inner sanctuary. Restless. Nightmares. You're dealing with someone who is traumatized. Spirit, how can my Gemini approach this situation? Because I don't feel like you should run from this situation. Knight of Swords. Be truthful. Be assertive. Tap into your divine feminine energy. Divine feminines nurture self before others. Maybe by you showing this person, I'm worried about self. I'm worried about my healing. I'm worried about my money, my stability, my security. It's almost like you're so independent. And maybe your independence is going to show them like, I can take care of self. I don't need you to take care of me. I just need love. I need a union. Be dealing with someone who has a big ego, who actually feels like you could be dealing with someone who has a lot of money. And when someone has a lot of money, they don't see value in you because they have it. Oh, you're dealing with a gnarly energy right now. This person actually thinks they're better than you because they have more than you. But what you have, my love, and let me just stop there. What you have is a connection with divine source. What you have is compassion, love, and empathy. What you have is the ability to birth something new into this world. They're stuck in the matrix. This person is so stuck in the matrix. Spirit, tell me they're stuck in the matrix. They think, because they're all about the facade. Drive a good car, I got a nice house, I got all these things. But what about what's inside? What's inside? You can have all these pretty things, but who are you as a soul? Because if you remove all those things, what you got left? What do you have left? When we die, we don't take anything with us. That's when we meet God. That's what I believe. When I die, I meet God, finally. This person truly feels that this world, this thing called the Matrix, is how you meet God. No. Yeah. This person has God on one shoulder and the devil on the next. They don't know which voice to listen to. They don't know which voice to pick. Because, don't get me wrong, I have both sides. They don't know how to follow their divinity, their divine voice. For whatever reason, there's a lot of trauma. So the reason you can't blame, you can't shame, you can't guilt, you can't love them to get better. They have to love themselves to get better. They have to understand themselves and finally look at themselves in the mirror and be like, am I who I want to be? Or is who I've become a product of my trauma? I was a product of my trauma for many years. Drug addiction, homeless. I was a product of my trauma. I felt like I deserved it. This person could feel that they don't deserve, I don't know, the grace of God? I don't know. This is very confusing energy. This person, a lot of codependency here. It's almost like they don't know how to choose. They don't know how to choose. They don't know how to integrate the shadow and the light. They can't integrate the light and the dark. Like, we don't have to operate in perfectness. We're not meant to be perfect. But they're struggling with, who do I operate? Or they feel, maybe I need to be more light and more dark. No, just walk the middle path. Like, no one is perfect. We all have, like, codependency and toxic connections. But we also can be like, you know what, God, help me out of this. They don't know how to ask for help. This person doesn't know how to ask for help. Spirit, tell me about this integration. They don't know how to ask for help. Yup. And they don't know how to trust their intuition. They're getting messages. They just don't trust it. Because they're like, oh, that's not real. I'm feeling a masculine energy, because masculine energy is very logical. I need to see. I need to touch. I need to feel. Feminine energy is, I don't need to see shit. I don't need to feel shit. I just know shit. They're not in tune with their intuition. But the messages are coming in. They just don't trust it. Because they just don't operate. You gotta respect someone. Like, even Aquas are very logical. We're not here. You got to understand that this person doesn't know how to receive divine messages because they're questioning. Someone who questions themselves is going to question divine guidance. Guaranteed. Spirit, tell me more. Tell me more. Yeah. They see you as the Queen of Cups. They know you're intuitive. They know you're psychic. They know that you are compassionate, loving, and empathetic. They know it. They know it. But they can't be this. That's the thing. If you're wanting this masculine in your life, you're going to have to understand that they are not you. At all. At all. Spirit, tell me more. You got to put your boundaries to this person too. Like, don't have soft boundaries. Because if you have soft boundaries with this person, oh, they're about to wreck your life. Strong boundaries. We got a Page of Pentacles in reverse. This person doesn't know how to build. Doesn't know how to lay a foundation. Death and rebirth in reverse. They don't know how to transform. Spirit, what advice do you have for my Gemini? Because this is a hard energy to read. You're dealing with, You wait for your Emperor. You wait. If you love this person, they better turn into this real quick. You better provide. You better protect. You better be loyal. You better be loving and nurturing. I better feel safe around you. Until this person feels safe, do not, and I repeat, do not waste your time. Someone got to come correct, because that's the only way a union is going to happen. Divine feminine, divine masculine. We see it. We see it here in the cards. In the meantime, in between time, Gem, focus on you. Independent. I know it's rough. Independent. Building your own wealth, your own stability, your own security. Nurturing and loving yourself. Even though in the background, you got some debauchery. You got someone who's like trying to bring you down. Nope. Until you meet me at my level, no. Because when they meet you at your level, I guarantee you, justice. Justice. Things are going to balance out. This person needs to balance themselves out, Jem. I'm going to leave it at that. This person really needs to balance themselves. This is not your job. I know you're a healer, but you don't have to heal this. The only person you need to heal is yourself. When someone said that to me, be like, yeah, you're a healer, but your job is not to heal others. It's just you. When you heal self, you can emit like that energy of helping others heal self. Let's get some advice from the heavenly bodies. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice. These cards have had their day. Spirit, what advice do you have for my beautiful Gem? And we have two. So we have Aries and we have Scorpio. What's going on here? So with that Aries energy, it's about being independent and leading with passion. With Scorpio, it's about that purging and renewal. Maybe this person needs to go through a Phoenix rising in order to meet you where you're at. This person needs a Phoenix rising. They need to burn what no longer serves them and rise again. I want to read Aries. I don't want to read Scorpio. That's their energy. That's their energy. This is about you right now. And the Aries is letting me know, are you feeling stagnant in any areas of your life? Or more broadly, a bit immobilized in general? Perhaps you're craving change, but don't know where to begin. Or you're daydreaming of something or someone you want, but haven't taken the forward step towards it. Whether you've been frozen by a disempowering inner voice, felt overwhelmed by options, or quite simply been scared or even lazy, it's time to make a move. Gemini, this is not you. Gemini, this is not you. Someone needs to step into this Aries energy. This is not you. Your guides ask you to listen to your gut instinct, make a decision, and jump in wholeheartedly and leave fear behind. Don't worry so much about making mistakes. Life is a creative force and in some ways made in the mistakes. Work with this energy until you find your alignment, and even then, welcome momentum. Gemini, you're not meant to make this momentum. Let me read Scorpio. Maybe your message was Scorpio. Maybe that was your message, and it's like you versus them is the energy. It says here, a rebirth isn't always loud. Powerful shifts are often subtle. Deep change radiates outwardly in time, but long before magic happens quietly in the dark. This is you, my love. The sacred process begins by going inward to explore dusty thoughts and habits. What's innately yours, and what have you picked up along the way? Transformation isn't a line you cross, but it's a road you walk. You're purging. You're going through a death and rebirth. This person also needs a death and rebirth. But your energy is more scorpionic. It's more that watery, mysterious, like emotional energy. You're not showing too much. Someone needs to come correct and show you. You don't need to do nothing. You came up as the Queen of Cups. You don't need to do shit. Step into your divine feminine energy and receive. I know some people are going to get mad at me, but feminine energy does not need to chase. Masculine energy is known to hunt. If someone wants you, let them hunt you. And not in a negative way. Like, you're not meant to do any work. You're meant to, like, just chill. That's your energy, and it's okay. Let's get an affirmation. Spirit, what affirmation do you have for my beautiful gem? Yeah, transformation. There's major transformation here. I need my glasses because I can't see. And it says here, and we have green, we have the heart chakra. Like, focus just on your heart, your emotions, your feelings. And it says here, I am constantly evolving. I improve inwardly by working on my weaknesses and refining my strengths. Life ensures I am presented with situations that help me learn and grow. I am aware of my progress and I open my wings to the light. This could have been a painful situation you dealt with, but you received it for a reason, for your growth, for your transformation. Gemini, I truly appreciate you. If you can please like, comment, and subscribe. And remember that you are loved and you have always been enough.